And live chat play. So this looks a lot different and easier. It's cool. Can I turn the what does it mean?
Yeah.
Cool. This is what did I just do? This is a lot easier.
You want to bring angles.
Hello there.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm going to patch you. Oh, there you are. I want to patch you. I'm going first. Are you going to stay around?
Do I need to stay around? You want me to stay around?
I think we're okay. I was asking. What you doing? All right. What are you doing? Either one of them. Hey, I slid. I tell you, I do it very well. Why are you doing the battery? Take a brand new. Somebody. What I say? You think to me he's coming. Oh, I know. Because you don't respond to my email. Last time was about it. I know about it. I did. I said the whole letter. You could be here or not. I just don't even know what I did. I just need to go to church.
When I told you, let me know where it is. I already let you know I was coming.
We're not about to have a
Oh,
what?
I just realized this.
You already knew I was coming because I asked you what time it was and where it was at. What's up?
I just realized
I had to call her yesterday.
No.
Where is it? What time is it?
Oh, I'm gonna send it out later.
I'm the one that reached out to you to find
It's
out.
not Korea. It's not Korea.
Be like that sometimes.
That's what it's at. How you doing? How's your No. That was very fun. It was terrible. I had to go to the airplane.
It does have one box.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, get one.
Okay.
I don't know where the other one came from.
Okay, and then also, I wanted to bring you. I got out some of the. I didn't get out.
We didn't get mad, yeah.
Okay, so I'll make sure we brought enough of those. We're actually gonna cover 2 books, basically, because we wanna make sure that, you know, they can enjoy that book. So we're gonna read that even deeper today. Play Brad goes around the book, and then also the next book for sure is actually. So he'll have his link. Okay, so we'll make sure he's on there. Is his account set up?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
okay.
kind of set up, and I think I took it off airplane mode, so hopefully the Wi-Fi here is automatically packed.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So,
Okay.
whatever he needs, but if he has trouble with that,
Oh,
that's where too. Whatever. Yeah, we use it all the time. Had a bunch of libraries on it. Yeah, we had it since long. I had to take out airplane mode, and I knew that this book was gonna go away on it once we connected it back to the internet. It's the 10th book or the We don't have a St. Louis one. There's a
Yeah.
and sign them up for this program too. So we the other one.
Oh, there's the last one. And then you're like,
Perfect. Okay, I see everything.
yeah, so
Oh no!
So they have like all the same ones they write.
You show me how to do that. Show me how to do that. Show me the way. I want to play with this. Now teach me.
yeah, so making sure.
I will know.
You know,
I was saying, what do you need? I will
okay, so I have to
I'm going.
after this week.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the check team every need. I have my phone, so I feel like it's already there.
What is that? What is that?
It's
Oh,
I think it's big.
Right.
I'm sure
We were up there last night, getting everything ready, and I'm like trying to fill my phone. Oh, no, also has, we got over 300 so yeah, so the city was all of a sudden, he was filling it, and I'm watching him make it and I remember he used to do it.
It doesn't do. How do you guys do it?
I mean, I'm basically there.
Yeah, he got a big book, but he don't want to go through it. There's a door.
That way,
Oh, my Christmas did was make me reference. Like they poke out, like you pop them out, and you get it.
one.
That was amazing. I was like, I don't even. I could have made that.
No, you do it. No. It's not on me. It's mine. You haven't seen it. It's mine.
I'm going to go.
Okay.
Grab a shirt and change it myself because I'm not able to.
Right. Her dad already said, no.
Trying to get like some kind of.
So many people ask, and I used to always say, like, I'm better with boys.
Well, in his work, the boys have a harder time getting more.
And there are other book clubs out there for girls. There are a lot, like even before they started.
Sure.
Yeah, so, and after, for girls.
We do everything. When somebody else is that girl,
Right.
the boys need their place.
She gonna do the girl.
Like,
With some sis.
I'm trying to think of things so hard.
Yeah, because I hear a lot of work.
Desmond goes, I don't see Sydney's mom. I was like, she just doesn't have big hair right now.
Right.
I'm sure not losing.
One of my friends was teasing me. It was like the next time that they're like on some type of video thing.
This design cannot fail me. This design cannot fail me.
It's because all other things are coming.
Why me? I just got
Well, you can like they got their roll time or whatever, but anywhere in the life.
Yeah.
Come here.
It's not big enough.
Where you at? Did you bring your glasses? Okay. Who dropped you off?
It was my dad.
Your dad was dead.
It's Raymond.
Yes, so, we're gonna focus on netbook and we have an ebook for June, so we're gonna focus on both for the next month. I just honestly go. I'll get a chance to get them all out, but. Yeah, it's the paper. Second grade? Okay, well, the next one is.
But that's, I mean, it won't talk.
Yeah. Well, he can do one of those things. She's like, I don't know about that. Yeah, second grade.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, something happens to you. I'm saying, what if you like pass out?
I'm sorry. Might be.
Oh,
It's 314. Okay, 374. 5868.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, how you doing? Doing fine. Hey, we could get this out.
Yes, I read him an email. Basically, I
Yes, it is one thing that they also had.
Okay, no, it's fine. I'll make sure that. I'll
This is not just changes life trajectory a little bit, right?
There's no way I'm driving home all the way to West County back.
Oh, no, why was it running errands or
You did, mine just didn't flip. Oh, I did 316 on stuff. He tried to hit you in the head.
Well, the fair's down here, you will. Fair last week. That's where you got it. What we said.
Gabriel, do you help making a plan?
Yeah. And okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave the lights. You're okay. Okay, yeah.
Is there anyone here? Let's see.
Oh, my God.
Hello, guys. Hello. Hi, guys. You want to make a paper airplane?
I want you to get your ways away perfect. Perfect. Get your ways Guys,
You had a bro in here. Say hi.
guys,
Hey guys.
You got one bro, Jeremiah.
Hey Jeremiah.
play it back. Fuck it. Guys, help. Guys,
Can you hear us okay?
mine's better than y'all's. Guys, you help. It's the monkey. It's the monkey. Take him out. I could go farther than all yours. I bet mine go farther than yours. Does anyone do a challenge with me? Challenge with like.
Jeremiah, did you get your book for May? Did you get the book Claytonburg Goes Underground?
This is not like this is not like competitive plane.
My turn. It doesn't count. Okay, nothing
Okay, so we will make sure that we send you that. Also, the book for June is an ebook. So you also have a link to that, so that way you can read it online. You can read it on your Kindle. If you did not get a Kindle, you can still read it online on your laptop or any other device like a tablet.
It's still you guys. Hold on, lights ready. Wait.
Ocean I know. So Taka tried to plan our day out. So I took him to this pool at 12. I was like, we'll be there 2 hours and we'll make it on time. Leave there, but still drive down to Ferguson. And I'm like, wait, I know it's the library. Check the email. We were literally right next to it.
Oh, dang.
And I was all my cabin right on the way back.
And I thought that library is right across from
I thought that was the library, but yes, I have been on housing. I did a month ago. Yeah.
You want to make airplane? Thank you very much. Okay, Jeremiah. And let me go ahead and send you that now. Huh?
Hey guys.
It's one bro. You just keep
Hey.
saying, hey guys.
Hey guys. Hey Jeremiah.
That's from your speaking engagements.
Oh, the Keith
Took you to.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, because
I
you said you left so
and I
far.
did really good.
Give me 1 second, Jim. I'm going to pull up your link now.
Oh, mom was just flipped out. So 25 to 500. Yeah, I put it back in this. There you go. I wish it was a Visa though. It's fine.
Just put it down here so it doesn't come up missing. Sydney.
I know I dropped my number. I can buy some stocks or something.
Sydney, why don't you go greet people? Somebody will talk to you.
Okay, Jeremiah, I just sent the link for your book for June to your mom's email account. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, so
Now I know every time I say all the time. 3, 2, 1. I bet you we're doing wherever can we I bet you whoever can see land first one to land. Yes. Three. Okay, whoever lands come over here. No, you're supposed to this. So you're upside down. You out. 3, 2, 1, go! Yes! Please. You do. They mad because they lost. 3, 2. How was it done? No. Teach you like this. Wait. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2. Overhead, yes. Wait. Over the odds. You're not in the game now. No, you're sick. Just one by you do one here. Me here. Do one rest. 3, 2.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so we're probably gonna break them off in a group soon. Because it's almost 3.
No, probably.
Okay. Oh, you say you would? Okay.
They can still together.
Got it. Got it. We really play people. You guys are running over.
We're gonna start breaking up into groups soon.
Hopefully those doors are somewhat softer.
Well, y'all about to start reading, so all the screaming will stop. One second. Julian, you want to be the teacher reader on the live stream today? You want to read to the live stream today? Okay. So, I want to figure out where I'm going to have you. See, do you have anywhere that you prefer? Do you have anywhere that you about to start, reading soon. So Sydney, I'm about to go live on Facebook too from the book center. So Julian is gonna read to the live stream. If you wanna go ahead, you vote like 1, 2, 3, 4. Got like 11. We got. Oh, never mind. Do you want to have the dance? In the discussion? Yeah. Do you want to all like read together? You all read together, maybe we could read together. Okay. So go ahead. Corianne, can you do me a favor? Can you go upstairs and tell Mr. Robert, that's the guy with the same surname as you? Yeah. You can tell him to come downstairs. Okay. So go ahead and have everybody get the chairs in there. How's it going?
I'm not really.
Hey, fellas. Come over this way. Come over this way.
No.
God,
You like it?
Rose.
No. But you're not gonna have to be
Max, pay attention.
Go down in the circle. Make your way to the circle.
Julian, Max, Julian's sitting right there.
Yeah, make some room, fellas. Slide over a little bit. Or move back. There we go.
All right, so I guess we can start reading. Can we have a hand to show who read the book Clayton Bird of Underground? All right, so I guess we can start.
One person read it?
Okay, so I guess we can start with introducing everyone. So I'll start with myself. So basically say like your name, your age, what you do as a hobby, and where do you go to school, basically. well, where you went to school or where you go to school. So my name is Cindy Keys III. My hobby is reading and playing video games, and I went to school at Hazelwood West Middle.
My name is Desmond. I'm 9. My hobby is hockey. I go to church with my school. My name is Richmond. I go to Entrance Academy. I'm 11, and my hobby is play video games, soccer, everything.
I'm 13. My hobby is playing video games, playing soccer.
My name is Maxwell Lord. My hobby is playing football, and I'm not sharp.
Hey, what's going on, Luke Rose? My name is Robert White III. I am 38 years old. And my hobbies, in addition to reading, I like to write poetry.
Hello, my name is Jeremiah. My hobby is playing video games and math, and I go to school and Albert. My name is Kaden. I'm 11 years old. My hobby is playing basketball, and I go to Redwood Elementary. My name is Tyler.
I'm about 27 years old. Graduated Southeast State. Know most of y'all before. My hobby outside of reading, I play video games. That's the same thing I was doing when I was younger.
Ishmael Sistrum. I'm 39 years old. Graduated from the zoo, and my hobbies are getting buckets.
Wait, hold on. More when you say buckets.
Oh, you can make it so they can be some Christmas.
When you got one back.
What you mean? I can look upside down.
Oh,
All right, right here, fellas.
Sad.
Next up.
Right,
All right, next up.
Oh, it is. You just have to turn it.
Just take the cover off.
Oh, it's like, oh, okay.
Is this a bucket soap?
I swear it's single upside down.
So you show me here.
I'm gonna put upside down.
Okay, we can all agree that we're not done.
Chapter 5.
All right, go ahead. Hey, let's go, fellas. Let's finish. Be respectful.
Order in the book discussion.
Oh, I didn't realize I
Go ahead.
my name is Gabe, 11 years old. My hobby is playing Roblox, also video games. And whenever I play Roblox, I make people rage quit. It's true. People rage quit. Like, keep the game.
So you don't troll them.
It was the one game.
Fortnite?
Mostly Jill.
Fortnite? No.
People said I was camping, but I was on my friend's account.
Why are you looking for an account first of all? Also, you give your friend a bad review on Roblox. I see what you're doing, trying to get as much followers.
I was
Why?
one and one.
Why? He wanted a remedy, you know, since you win the game, you lose your remedy.
All right, fellas, let's finish. Let's make it through the circle. Let's make it through the circle.
And also I spam mails.
All right, next. What's your name?
I am Jordan. and I go to the Damien Montessori School. And my hobby is playing video games and doing art.
My name is Julian, and I'm 11 years old. And my hobby is playing video games, reading, and sleeping.
People were
Sleeping
having
every night.
That's a nice hobby. Sleeping is like the best.
I read their
So I guess we could read the chapter 2.
Hold on, before you do that, say hi to your virtual bros, guys.
Hi, virtual bros.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Cool. All right. So yeah. So if everybody, go ahead, Sydney. You got it.
All right, so we're reading from chapter 2 to chapter 3.
Yeah, and then discussing it together. You didn't get a book? Hold on one second. Or you can share with Julie. I mean with Sydney. Julie. Nope. Oh,
You gotta read.
So what are we doing?
We're gonna read from chapter 2 to chapter 3. So I guess we can take turns on each page. So if you can
yeah.
Should we read each page or each paragraph?
That's up to you all. So
All right, guys, can we do a vote? Do you guys want to do you each read a page or Gabe, will you be for a second? All right, so raise your hand if you want to read the page. Raise your hand if you want to read a paragraph. You gotta vote.
you will be reading more.
All right. I guess we'll decide. I guess we'll each read a page.
Sure.
All right. I'll start off. The bluesman said Cool Papa and Clayton could find them either here or there, but they would most likely be in the Washington Square Park for the next 2 or 3 weeks. After that, we hit the road. You know how it is. We're starting on chapter 2. We already read chapter 1.
Is it the midnight gym?
Yeah, Midnight Jam.
Gabriel, were you at the virtual meetup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
I
Well,
read it to you guys.
Yeah, Sydney read it to you all. So that means you weren't listening.
Alright. The bluesman said Cool Papa and Clayton could find them either here or there, but they'll most likely be in Washington Square for the park for the next 2 or 3 weeks. After that, we hit the road. You know how it is, said Hector Santos. Warm weather. Cool Papa gave each man a folded greenback handshake from their take at the park. The bluesman said later, out on 42nd Street, then changed trains to hit a few booths plus up. Cool Papa and Clayton stayed on the train that would take them home to the Queen. Clayton and Cool Papa tiptoed into the house just after 9 and found the house quiet. Cool Papa gave a jolly and a wicked laugh. Looks like we made it.
Good job, Sydney. Thanks for the animation. Okay, so which direction you want it?
I guess we could.
In the nickel time, Clayton agreed in the teach left you. Clayton watched off while Cool Papa to a spot and they find him on the phone. In no time, the house phone was ready and suspicious. Instead of chewing in the tree,
Okay, read 2 chapter. Read 2.
Yep. Chapter 2. I'm just gonna set this up like this, so that way they can hear you. Yep. Okay. Alright. So you can just start the bluesman. Do you want me to have someone sit over here with you in case you need some help? Maybe one of the big bros.
Okay.
You go ahead and start.
The bluesman said Cool Papa either here or there, but they would most likely be in Washington Square Park for the next 2 or 3 weeks. After that, we hit the road. You know how it is, said Hector Santos. Warm weather. Cool Papa gave each man 4 greenback handshake from their ticket to park. The bluesman said later at 42nd Street. Then changed trains to hit blues clubs uptown. Cool Papa and Clayton stayed on the train that would take them home points. Clayton and Cool Papa tiptoed to the house just after 9 and found the house quiet. Cool Papa gave a jolly and laugh. Looks like we made it. In the nick of time, Clayton agreed. The 2 slapped hands. Clayton washed up while Cool Papa threw a pot and frying pan on the stove. In no time, the house smelled like spaghetti and fish sticks. Instead of tree and mushy 3 peas, Clayton's mother left for them pork chops, peas, and potatoes. Luckily, Mrs. Bird wasn't there to catch him sneaking in and out after a day of playing the blues in the park. Mrs. Bird had a low opinion of the blues, almost as low as an opinion as she had of her father, Clayton's grandfather. Whatever her reason, Clayton couldn't understand it. After all, the people in the park loved Cool Papa Bird, and the bluesmen looked to Cool Papa as their leader. So did Clayton. Cool Papa wasn't just Clayton's grandfather or blues musician. He was Clayton's best friend, while Omar, who was Clayton's age, was his next best friend. Even with nearly 6 decades between the two birds, Clayton and Cool Papa had what Cool Papa called harmony. He could tell Cool Papa anything and ask him anything. Around Cool Papa, Clayton did feel like a kid. He felt like a person. Clayton looked forward to double shift, nice posters on the refrigerator door, held secured by one of his mother's many angel magnets. Whenever Mrs. Bird worked a double shift at the hospital on Friday and Saturday night, Clayton's grandfather snuck out to find the bluesmen here or there, but mostly at Washington Square Park. If Clayton's mother had any idea what the two had been up to, he let her father at it, but good and probably kick him out of the house. Clayton's ears picked up a lot when he was supposed to be asleep. He hears mother scold father, and he hear his grandfather take it. She scolded Cool Papa for playing his blues records too loud and for wearing his shades at the house. That made Clayton laugh to himself. He figured Cool Papa wore those shades on purpose, just to hear her scolding voice. Cool Papa had a way about him that was fine with Clayton. Clayton like his father, Mr. Miller was all right, nice, but Mr. Miller loved baseball, science fiction, jazz that sound like angry elephants blowing their trumpets at each other. Mr. Miller tried to get Clayton to love those things too, but Clayton loved comic books, and the blues. His blues heart and Cool Papa Bird. I want my solo, Clayton said. I want the people to hear me play. He's for shakers. Precisely, man, his grandfather said back. Blues got cook. Cooking and playing are the same thing. Clayton fiddled with the angle-shaped shakers on the table. Knocked one against the other. Look, son, I know the people in the park would drop more love in the guitar case if I waved you in. But I'm not raising you to be a cute kid. No shy of Clayton's nose. He wiped it with his pajama sleeve. Cute kid, he had to laugh. I'm raising you to be a bluesman, Papa said, or just a man. But don't worry, man. I got my eye on you. Clayton liked that. The way his grandfather broke it down, man to man, even though he was a boy. I wasn't born cool like this, Papa said in a way that could only be described as cool. But before I was cool, Clayton heard this 4 and came on cue. I was hot. Mr. Louisiana hot lick. Got that right. Cool, Papa said. I had a road to travel and got life to live before I got this far. Mr. Louisiana hot lick had the good raw stuff like you. But Junior ain't better than Cool Papa, and that takes time. After they claimed brushed his teeth and got ready for the midnight jam, even though in reality 10:15 was close to the hour. Clayton sat in his bed, loose heart in hand, while Papa put out first guitar and a wide bite acoustic guitar that didn't get glint like sugar guitar or perfect for soft midnight jams. Cool Papa sat at the foot of Clayton's bed in his watcher's chair. That was a Clayton called his grandfather, his watcher. Someone who looked out for him. Cool Papa turned first guitar and began picking an easy intro to lay out on the chord changes. Clayton picked up the chord changes and joined in. Together they played a sweet, sleepy blues riff, sweet and low, so neighbors would report to them. Or
So when you come to a stopping point, you'll read the rest for it.
Okay. Or to the police for disturbing the peace. 1 sheep over the meadow, playing blue. 2 sheep over the dale, playing blue. 3 sheep down by a river, and 4 jump back over the bed. When the sweet notes fade to sleepy notes, Cool Papa nods it. All right, we should play was as good as applause. Cool Papa set for first guitar on the stand, and Clayton shook the spit out of his blues heart. Why do with his jammer sleeve and tucked it under his pillow. Still wired up, son? I guess Clayton said, his eyes alert. All right, strap in. Cool Papa Bird did what he always done after the jam. He removed his dark shades, put on his reading glasses, and took the bedtime book from the shelf. There was nothing wrong with Clayton's reading. He read just fine. He preferred Cool Papa's smooth, raspy voice narrating the beckoning waves and the choppy waters. Both his mother and father said he was too old to be read to, but not Cool Papa. Besides, who better read about embarking on travel and escaping trouble than Cool Papa, who had sailed the seas as a Navy man and traveled the world both home and abroad as a bluesman. Plain so, no matter how much adventure how much more adventure the boy in the story Pablo encountered. Clayton always fell asleep after the first few pages on the double shift nights. With the minutes that night, Clayton fell fast, dreaming of adventure. You?
Yes. Why you think I came up? Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
You want to read again?
You can read if you want.
Do you want to read?
You can read.
Do you want to read?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to me, bro.
You can.
You can read.
You can read.
You can read. You can read. I know I can read. I'm at 6.2.
You read.
You can read.
You can read.
You can read.
I read chapter.
All right, I'll read. Get on my seat. Can't see me from here.
They can.
Get on my seat. I'm here to read. Bruh. I get two. The house settled under a quiet spell.
broken only by the rubber marshmallow soles of Miss Bird's hospital shoe padding up the stairs, followed by the creaking of Clayton's bedroom door being pushed open. Mrs. Bird peeked inside Clayton's room but didn't cross the threshold. Once again, her father and her son had fallen into a deep sleep. She felt a pinch of envy when she saw the book in her father's lap, and he had never read to her. Angel, she said softly, and she didn't say this often about Clayton. As much as she refused to admit it, Mr. Miller, Clayton's father, was right. At times, Clayton Bird could be a handful. She wanted to kiss his cheek and forehead, but didn't. Instead, she took at the door and watched her angel. His lids closed. From the form of his body beneath the covers, rising and falling as he breathed in and out. She stood and watched her angel while he was dead. Her angel, the serene picture almost moved her to enter the room, to kiss her father goodnight. But she hadn't kissed her father goodnight since she was a little girl. And even then, she didn't kiss him often, although she wanted to. Back then, Cool Papa Bird had been light on the fathering side. Back then, Cool Papa Bill had been light on the fathering side. He had been a brass buttoned, polished Navy officer. A Navy officer on a ship out to sea, sailing around the world. When his time with the Navy was over, she hoped her father would drop anchor at their house and take her to baseball games. How she loved baseball stadiums. Or she hoped he would sit and have tea with her and with her dollies. Or play his old guitar and sing happy songs to her and her mother. Instead, when her father's time and with the Navy was over, he went on the road with two of his flashy electric guitars. His old acoustic guitar was left behind, where it got kicked on angry birthdays. Cool Papa Bird, which was those blues-loving people called him, stayed on the road in blues clubs, honky tonks, and juke joints, playing the blues with bluesmen. He would return home bearing gifts for little Miss Bird and her mother. He'd stay in their house for a month, maybe two, but as soon as a tour called his name, he'd pack up two of his three-rolled guitars and alligator boots of his fancy show vest and his brown pork pie hat. He kissed his daughter and her mother and was once again gone for months and months. By the time little Miss Bird was Clayton's age, she hid from his kisses, wiped them away, and told anyone who asked that her father was lost at sea. No kisses for you, she whispered into the dark room. No kisses tonight. And then she closed the door. Oh, okay. It was, wake up, Clayton, wake up. Finally he did. Clayton stretched and opened his eyelids as a violet of night turned pale blue, and for white yellow sunstream ran the pale blues out of that room. Cool Papa still sat in the watcher's chair. The bedtime bookers left. There was something about how Clayton's grandfather looked at him, sitting in that that chair. Something Clayton felt, but wasn't ready to know. Cool Papa's head and body were fully upright, his eyes on Clayton, but now with the same glint as when he sat in his watcher's chair and said, "Strap in, son, we're playing. I have my eye on you." Clayton sat up. He took a breath, a deep one. Then slipped out of his bed and stepped slowly toward Cool Papa. His heart stung madly, but he couldn't aim any farther. Clayton stopped breathing. He inhaled sharply, forced breath out of him until he was breathing more and quick and jagged. Then out. He could taste the sour sickness in his stomach when his breathing was almost normal. Clayton took another step and waited. His was the only breathing he heard. When he took the last step, he bent down to be out of his grandfather, but he bent down mainly because his sexual Cool Papa he whispered. The bedtime book rested in Cool Papa's lap. His shades in his breast pocket. His reading glasses had fallen to the carpet. Clayton looked in the Cool Papa's bird eyes to see if Cool Papa still has eyes on him. He looked into the liquid brown and saw himself. He stood a moment longer. Clayton put his hands on Cool Papa's face. At first, just the fingertips, and then his whole hand. Cool Papa's bird was hard and tough and not soft and tough, like Clayton had known it to be. He stroked his hand along Cool Papa's jaw. His grandfather's skin was cold. The current blew a small wind dance the crack window. Clayton bird didn't have to be told. Instead, he be the one to tell his mother Cool Papa bird was gone.
Okay. So here you go. I'm gonna let you all actually take over for this live stream.
We can take over the live stream.
I
hold
I got it. Okay, wait, sit down. So you still can't be too loud. But here, hold the phone one of you. Just make sure you don't block the camera.
He gonna put it on his face the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
Show his little
So what I want you all to do is to now assess the book. You know, and make sure to pay attention to the comments if anybody comments. Let me see here.
Who's Eric?
Is one of the members.
Oh.
Yeah. And so now you have to talk about the book. So, you know, what was Clayton's relationship like, you know, with
what was Clayton's
with Cool Papa?
What was Clayton's
No, you all talk about it together too. What did you like most about the book so far? So make sure you have the book in front of you. So discuss the book together.
Fill my face a little bit. Maybe all the way.
No, you can
See what you're doing.
Who's doing anything? Okay, So, I thought of I thought about his relationship with his grandfather was probably loved to hang around
Chris
him.
Miller.
And he was happy to be around him.
Boy,
and then he
say hey to Chris Miller. Say hi to Chris Miller.
Hi, Chris. And so I think he was very happy and to be around him. But he
what are you talking about?
He was probably very mad that his
mad about what? Like, what are you talking about?
he was very mad that he didn't really like to for him to be around Cool Papa. That's why I think and after him. What do you think of the book?
Well, I can't think of it if I haven't read the whole thing yet.
But
The part that I read,
like 2, 3, 4. Chapter 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. So I really wasn't paying attention to her. I'm just gonna go on what I thought she said. He was kind of mad. He was happy, bipolar. He was mad and happy. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's not good. Yeah, you can change it up. So, but I bet what he thought of the book was more like how when his
Keep going.
and what I thought was that and what oh my gosh, stop. What I thought was what I thought was that
You're mean.
not me. So what I thought was that
I'm not making stuff fall.
So what I thought about what he thought about the death was he was probably sad and mad and just scared, and he didn't want to really tell his mom that his grandpa had died. And yeah.
Okay, I got one more question. Oh my god. Well, how do you think?
He's doing something. I don't know. This. It's him. It's him. It's all him. I don't know. It was all bad. I had nothing to do with it.
It was his
That's what
idea.
happens when you leave kids with the live stream.
I
Come and
didn't
join you guys.
I didn't do anything.
So, but before you all get to go off and play, Sydney and I came up with 2 questions for you to discuss about the book before you all.
Hey, pay attention, fellas.
You have no socks. Bro. You're not supposed to wear socks. You're supposed to wear socks.
See, just bring the whole thing.
Explain how they get the chin.
Alright, so you have to, basically, you have to get the questions right. So you have to get right what the relationship between Cole Papa and Clayton was, and why Clayton's mother had a complicated relationship with Papa Bird. So I guess we can start off with describing the relationship between Cole Papa and Clayton. Julian.
Wait, can you make notes? Okay, I can't hear.
Relationship and I can always around each other and Clayton shared my business with his mother and his grandmother cared about him and they had their
Okay, I'll take that.
Hey, when you guys answer, you got to speak loud because your virtual bros can't hear what you're saying because you're all speaking really soft.
Clayton's mother had a Jordan.
So the reason why Clayton's mom, Mrs. Bird, didn't really like Cole Papa that much because he wasn't really around, and also Cole Papa wasn't really the fathering type.
Yeah, it was like Cole Papa Bird was more of a father to Clayton than he was to his own daughter, and that made her kind of jealous.
Yeah, and he was out at sea a lot.
Concussion.
Another answer for describe the relationship between Papa and Clayton. Max.
relationship is very good. They always hanging around each other and talking.
But why is the relationship good? What do they do in their relationship? And do what?
Next.
Fun things.
What things are
I think I know what he means.
what do they do by fun
I know what he means.
Next.
Yeah, can I go?
Alright.
Please.
They have a good relationship because Cole Papa and Clayton always play the blues. Cole Papa one time Clayton and
Yeah. I'll take one more for the second question.
Second question or first question?
The second question. We got two for the first Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, every day. My mom told me to pick the best one. You are.
Yes. No. Get your head out the way.
So,
I swear, you can just roll my movie so bad. I swear.
what is the answer for Clayton? Why is the relationship so complicated between his mom and Papa Bird?
Clayton's mom and Cole Papa is not the person. Is not Clayton's
Listen,
actual
brothers,
father.
be respectful.
Someone and Bird is jealous and that Cole Papa treats Clayton as his own son.
Okay.
Whoa. Bro, that answer though.
That was
All right.
amazing.
Here, let's see if I can make
Hold
one
on,
of
so
them better.
someone just wave me why this is here.
I made that. I'm gonna make a bonus question really fast. I do one more. So you guys can see it.
Can I go on face?
Couldn't you just use the other side?
Get out of here before I ask
Okay, I got to my ground, try to go to my president.
Hey, say something to your virtual bros. What
Yo,
you gonna say
follow
to
me
your
on
virtual
Twitter.
bros?
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.
Got nothing?
I got something. I eat spaghetti.
Got nothing for your virtual bros? Mean mug? That's it? About you? Yeah. Virtual bros, gotta talk to them.
So, do any of you guys watch anime?
Yeah. What anime do you watch? Is it One Piece, Naruto, Naruto, My Hero Academia?
Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail.
Seven Deadly Sins. Seven Deadly Sins for life.
Sword Art Online. Fairy
Yes.
Tale.
Sword
It's
Art
on
Online.
Netflix. Fairy Tail.
Oh yeah, Togo.
Want to say anything to the virtual bros?
No.
No.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Try voting for president.
What about you, ma'am? Anything to say to the virtual bros?
Hi.
Sydney, you're losing them. You gotta hurry up.
Hey, get back in.
Have a seat if you want to answer.
All right, so the bonus question is, what instrument did Cole Papa and Clayton play? And you have to know them both and all of them. All right. And I'll give 3 chips for this. 3! You have to know all the instruments that Cole Papa plays.
I know one.
All right.
Guitar.
Oh, I'm gonna catch one in the
Max.
He played the guitar.
Cole Papa played 3 guitars. You have to name them all.
He played aquatics, something like that.
Acoustic.
Yeah, acoustic. He played some part.
I'll come back to you. All right, Julian.
He played bass guitar and electric guitar, acoustic guitar, and harmonica.
What? This hard?
Guitar, and then
That's it. Oh, you got it right.
Woo! I helped him.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
You did.
Liar.
I didn't help him. Dang it.
Give them back.
He's back.
I know this person.
Give them back. Y'all stealing, y'all thieves. I got it on video. You going to police. Right here. Yo, give Miss Chips back.
You got 4 back. Bye, guys. Bye, other bros. See you at the next meetup.
Make sure you don't subscribe.
Bye, man. Bye.